Please don't interrupt me when I'm trying to gaslight you. What I'm hearing from you is that you don't deserve me.
Huh? Where did you get that suitcase from? Joey! Please,
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Roxy with Roxy Says, and we're gonna talk about it. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today is a little different because I have to start this video off with a huge thank you. We did it, y'all. We hit 20,000 subscribers, okay? Today, March 1st, 2023, I had 34 subscribers. Yes, not 134, not 534, 34 subscribers. And if any of y'all are still here, thank you so much for sticking with me and for rocking with me. Hitting the goal of 20,000 subscribers is something that I did not expect to happen in a year. I didn't even expect to hit 10,000 when I did. My heart is filled with so much gratitude because hitting 20,000, obviously I couldn't have done without you guys, from subscribing, from liking, but your comments have been so motivating, so encouraging. Thank you all so much. And if you were here in my previous Love is Blind season recaps, then you have heard my motivation speech, but I do want to take this time to motivate each and every one of you. If you want to start your YouTube channel, it is not too late. Start your channel. If you have another goal that you have been working on that you've talked yourself out of, it's not too late. Bet on yourself. Get started. Use what you have. Every single video that y'all have seen thus far, including this video, is shot on my iPhone. You don't have to have the best of the best. Just use what you have and get started. But this 20K is more than just the number for me because it has shown me that when I stop doubting myself, when I bet on myself, when I believe in myself, and when I put the work in, I can achieve what I want to. And I hope that this is a testament for you all. Thank you all so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. And I hope that y'all are all still here for the next milestone, okay? So with all that being said, before I start tearing up, let's get into this review of Love is Blind Season 6, Episode 11. I was trying to get through that without having to edit, but I keep getting choked up. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, but before we do get into it, I have to give a shout out to these people who have given me super thanks, who have sent super chats. Thank you all so much. I have Ichibanza. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, but Ichibanza, thank you so much for your super chat. Act Safe, or if you pronounce it, Act Safi, you have sent more than one super chat, so thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Ellen Kiernan, hey Ellen girl, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you all so much for your support. I appreciate it 1,000,000%. Okay, so let's get into this review. So as episode 11 starts off, we are still at the barbecue. We see the guys and the ladies discussing Matt. They're saying that he's really handsome and that he looks like Clark Kent. And AD is intrigued. And I'm like, girl, why are you intrigued? Remember how he did you in the pods? Why are you intrigued? If I was AD, just the mention of Matt's name would disgust me. I wouldn't give a damn what they say he looks like. But as we see how AD is with Clay, looks are very important to her. So we see Alejandra and Sarah, they walk into the barbecue, and off the bat, I was kind of like, do AD and Sarah like each other? Because we didn't really see them greet each other, but that was just something that I noted. So of course it's very awkward, and Laura's telling the other girls that she's surprised that Sarah even had the audacity to come today, okay? Next we see Trevor, he calls Chelsea over so that they can have a little chat, and we know with everything that came out about Trevor being trifling as hell and having an actual girlfriend his entire time while he was in the pods. But despite knowing that, I just tried to watch this scene for exactly what it was, okay? So you know they gotta have their little conversation. I think that production really makes everyone have that conversation with, you know, the one that got away. Chelsea tells Trevor that he's her type, and Jimmy knows that. And Trevor lets Chelsea know that he bawled his eyes out, but it was a good learning experience. I'm like, okay, did you bawl your eyes out before or after you got off the phone with your real girlfriend? And what did you learn? How to cry on cue? Trevor asked Chelsea the same question that he asked her when she broke up with him in the pods. Would she have picked him if he had asked her to marry him first. And Chelsea says no. And Trevor says, oh, you just saying that because that's what you have to say since you're now engaged to Jimmy and you don't want to look like an a-hole. But Chelsea tells Trevor that he was her number one and she really loved him. And she thinks that they'd be so good together and that their relationship would be really fun and really easy. Trevor says that he doesn't think that him and Chelsea would ever get into an argument. And if they do, it wouldn't be like a yelling and screaming match. And Chelsea is just like, Chelsea, girl. So she tells Trevor that it's hard not to think about him sometimes, and she gets teary-eyed. And they both say that they have their bracelets from the pods. Why do y'all still have these bracelets? Why? But next we see Jimmy. He brings his ass over there while Trevor and Chelsea are talking, and he gives Chelsea a kiss, you know, to mark his territory, okay? And I'm like, why? Why did you even come over there and interrupt their conversation? Did Chelsea come interrupt your conversation when you were talking to Jess? And that's probably the first kiss that Jimmy gave her all day. But anyways, after Trevor and Chelsea finish their conversation, Chelsea regroups with her man, Jimmy, and she makes a little joke that Jimmy doesn't like. Chelsea says that Amy and Johnny are the strongest couple at the barbecue. And Jimmy is offended by that. He has a problem with it. And Chelsea's like, oh, I was just joking. I didn't really mean that. And he was like,
well, like, why would you say that? And I feel a way about that.
And she's like, it was just a joke. And he says, okay, well, as long as it was a joke. Remember when I told y'all that Jimmy and Chelsea are very similar? Why would he think that they are the strongest couple there? Jimmy is in Delulu land with Chelsea. They're both there together. And I was looking at my TV screen like, is he gonna be the one starting arguments over stupid shit now? Child, anyways, in the next scene, we see Jeramey and Laura, and they finally speak. Like I said in my previous video, I hate Jeremy's tone. For someone who knows that he's in the wrong, he has a very like matter of fact, this is what happened. Oh, I called you. First of all, who the fuck are you talking to? Why do you think that you can come to me with any type of attitude when you are in the wrong, sir? Your tone should be extremely apologetic. But what Jeramey wants to do is make Laura's response to his actions seem like something worse than his actual actions. And I'm glad that Laura doesn't allow him to do that to her. Laura calls Jeramey a con artist, and she says that he has feelings for Sarah that he doesn't know how to process. Laura says, how can you expect me to greet you with flowers and sunshine after what you did? They both see that the conversation is going nowhere. Laura tells Jeramey that she will be back tomorrow to pick her things up, and Jeramey says that he already packed her stuff up. She's like, you packed my stuff. I don't believe that Jeramey packed up Laura's stuff. I feel like he's just saying that because he wants to seem like he's unbothered. Jeramey asks Laura if they can just put the beef aside for today because right now he wants to spend his time focusing on enjoying everyone there. Laura's like, why the fuck is that even a concern of yours when your engagement just ended? That should be your number one concern as opposed to playing with your little friends from the pods. And as I'm watching Jeremy's demeanor in this scene, I'm like, my goodness, I cannot imagine one reason why his previous relationship didn't work out. I don't understand. Because for y'all who don't know, it was found out that Jeramey actually applied for this show while he was engaged, and him and his ex-fiance didn't break up only but for a few weeks before he actually started filming this season of Love is Blind. But overall, Jeramey definitely gives off trying to act too cool, too nonchalant. That's what he gives me. Nothing affects him, like he has no feelings, and when he gets at home by himself, he's balled up in a corner crying. So next we see AD pressing Sarah about her DMing Jeramey. And when I saw AD sit down with Sarah to press her over Laura, I said, first of all, AD, did Laura apologize to you for that whole bean dip thing? Yeah, I'm still on that. Yeah, I'm still on that because it's a big deal. I don't care who says it's not. Did Laura apologize to you off camera and maybe we just didn't see it? Because if not, let her bestie Jess press Sarah for her. Why are you doing that if she's already disrespected you and not apologized for it? So AD asks Sarah if she didn't think that it was wrong of her to DM Jeramey, asking him if the door is still open when he's engaged and he didn't choose you. Sarah says that she didn't ask him that, and AD says, girl, I read the DM. Sarah says he definitely left the door open from the way that they broke up. And she says that she didn't get a chance to say everything that she wanted to say to him in the pods when they broke up, so she figured that now was her chance. And she says that when she told Jeramey that, Jeramey says that he wished that he stated all of that before, because had she said all of this in the pods, maybe things would have been different. Then they bring up the night in question, and Sarah claims that the night that Jeramey came home late was the first time that they ever met All they did was talk, and it was a matter of closure for her. She says that they didn't go inside of her house. She said that no lines were crossed. And she says that she also told him that he needs to figure out what he has going on with Laura. But she also says that Jeramey told her that he would be breaking up with Laura. And even though Jeramey and Laura were engaged at the time, she still felt like her feelings needed to be heard. And child, then the tone of this conversation gets super passive aggressive. It was triggering as hell for me because I've had conversations like this too. Like,
is that how you feel? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
But the conversation does get very condescending, nice, nasty. AD gets up, like it doesn't end well. And in AD's confessional, she says that she's team Laura. And I'm like, girl, in all honesty, you shouldn't be team anyone, not even team Clay. So Sarah Ann is pissed off and she runs to Jeramey and she tells him she's not gonna stand for people talking to her crazy. She also said that people need to worry about their own relationships as opposed to what she has going on, referring to AD. And I was like, with that line, she has a point. AD, you need to be worried about what Clay has going on, not playing pitbull for Laura, okay? But the way that Sarah is discussing this, I think that she feels like this is all part of the process, part of the experience. And she's saying that her intentions were pure and she doesn't want to be painted out to be a particular type of person and that she's hurt. But then she turns around and she says that she's not sorry. Let me tell you off the bat, Sarah should not have sent that DM. And if Jeramey knew that he really wanted to be with Sarah, he should have been man enough to break up with Laura, make a clean break with Laura, and go and get Sarah, but do it the right way. And you know what this made me think of? Zach and Bliss from a previous season. Remember when Zach realized, what the F did I do by picking Irina? What did Zach do? He broke up with her and he went to get his boo Bliss, okay? And if y'all don't know, Zach and Bliss are one of my favorite couples now. Even though their start was rocky, I love Zach and Bliss. Congrats to them. They're expecting a baby. I made a whole video about that. Hey, Zach and Bliss, if y'all watching, what's up? Congratulations again. But they did it the right way. And you know what Bliss didn't do? She didn't text or DM Zach while he was engaged to Irina. She let them be. Even though Bliss knew that Zach was making a huge mistake with Irina, she didn't hit him up. She didn't try to get in between them. She just chilled. And when Zach realized what he realized, he made a clean break from Irina. He hit Bliss up and look at them now. Now they're happily married and expecting a baby. I think if Jeramey was actually serious about Sarah, as serious as she thinks, because Sarah, Jeramey's not serious about you. Do you know that? I don't know if you know that he's not serious about you, because if he was so in love with you, oh my God, I made the wrong decision. He wouldn't have you out late at night till 5 a.m. in the morning while he knows that he has to go back home to his fiance Laura. He would have done things differently. I promise you, he would have. And now you out here looking crazy over Jeramey. But anyways, Jeramey and Sarah decide that the perfect way to end this day is to hop on some jet skis together. So that's what they do. And as I'm watching the scene, I remember seeing a TikTok that Sarah said where she was like, you know, everything will come to light and she'll be vindicated. Is this the episode she's talking about? Because I missed the vindication. I missed it. Where did it go? And also apparently they're eating Sarah up on TikTok because there was a video posted, and was it either that she was in Jeramey's apartment or Jeramey is in her apartment, something, but they did their digging and found out that one of them was actually in the other's home. Okay, so that's that on that. And the next scene we see Laura, she's in her confessional, she's crying. And although I am not crazy about Laura, it sucks that she's going through this, but I do feel like she is way better off without being with someone like Jeramey. So the weddings are in 9 days. Everyone is preparing. I had to mention this little ice sculpture date between Chelsea and Jimmy because this was the first time in a long time that these two did not annoy the shit out of me. And I was damn near covering my eyes during this entire scene because I just knew that this romantic moment would be ruined and ended with an argument, but it didn't. So I have to give them their props because I always drag them when they're arguing. It was a cute scene and I was like, see, I told you these two just might say yes. Next, we see AD and Clay. They're designing custom sneakers for the wedding. And I had to bring up this date too because this is the first moment that we see between them where Clay doesn't bring up his cheating daddy. Everyone's making progress in this episode. Wow, I love to see it. In the next scene, we see Amy and Johnny, and we realize that Johnny had no idea what a vasectomy actually was, and that it is not as easily reversible as he thought it was, okay? So he says that now he's less open to it when he previously said that he was open to it. And he also says that he doesn't want to take the male birth control pills because they are still very new. He doesn't want to feel like a guinea pig taking those pills. And Amy says that now she is considering taking birth control, but she wants to do it the right way. And ultimately, if she does take it, it will be completely her choice. And I said period because, like I said before, I don't think anyone should feel forced or coerced into taking birth control, into doing any type of birth control. And although I did joke about Johnny getting a vasectomy, I also listed multiple other birth control options outside of taking birth control pills and outside of getting a vasectomy. But from the conversations that they have, it almost seems like they think that those are the only two options. In addition to Johnny wearing condoms, there are also other methods that they can use for birth control. Nothing is 100%, so hopefully they do find something that they are each comfortable with and that works for the both of them. Okay, so now it's wedding dress shopping time and tux fitting time. You know, everyone brings their family, their friends, but we know it's really all about the dresses. We don't really care about the tuxedos like that, you know. So we see Adie, she brings her sisters and her niece. Chelsea brought her big sister and her bestie of 25 years. Clay brought his two friends from the 6th grade who he made sure to point out to us he used to get girls with. I'm like, okay, Clay, we get it. We see Amy, she brought her mom who looks super fun with her little ponytail. Johnny and Jimmy each brought their friends. Child, the way that Jimmy was talking in this scene, I thought I was watching Cameron get ready to marry Lauren. I thought I was watching Brett get ready to marry Tiffany. He sounded 1,000,000% ready to marry Chelsea. He's singing her praises. He said that she is an absolute joy to be around. But then I was like, wait, hold up. Didn't you just tell Jess on the beach that she was still your number one? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna let that slide. All of the ladies looked beautiful in their dresses. The guys looked nice in their tux. I didn't really have a favorite dress, but I just love to see these moments when the women walk out and their families get all emotional. It's just so cute. It's so sweet. AD did have a till death do us part on her train. I don't know if it's just because I don't like her and Clay together that I saw that and I was like, girl, ew. But I don't know if the reason why I don't like it is just because she's walking down the aisle to Clay or if it's the actual veil that I don't like. I haven't decided yet. Did y'all like that? Tell me what you think. So in the next few scenes, we see the couples go on dates. We see Clay and AD, they go to dinner. Clay says that he can't wait to be a father and he feels stronger about their relationship. AD is ecstatic. And I'm like, okay, but is he coming back home? Because for a couple of episodes, she's been saying that he hasn't been coming home. Is he coming home now? Because if not, I don't give a damn about this dinner. I don't give a damn about this dinner if when y'all leave there, y'all are going to 2 separate places, okay? Amy and Johnny have a cute little campfire date. Nothing much happened here. But next we see Jimmy and Chelsea and they go on a date to an amusement park that was clearly rented out for just the 2 of them. This is my type of date. When I tell you I love roller coasters, but I was nervous watching this scene because you know how Jimmy and Chelsea, Megan Fox, T-Rex get down. Everything is hunky-dory and cool until it's not. So I was just waiting for the argument to start. While they're sitting and having dinner, Jimmy is letting Chelsea know that he is 100% going to say yes to her at the altar and that he hasn't gotten a concrete answer from her about what she's going to do when they get to the altar. And when he asks her, Chelsea starts tearing up and she starts saying, and baby, that's where they leave us. And even the preview wasn't really much. They must have got the memo that we were like, why do y'all keep showing damn near the whole episode in the previews and spoiling everything? But that was the episode, y'all. Tell me all of your predictions below. I think that Amy and Johnny and Chelsea and Jimmy will get married. And I am hoping that Clay and AD don't get married. Are there any other couples? It's only 3 couples, right? Am I forgetting someone? If I'm forgetting someone, that would be messed up. Tell me all your predictions down below. Once again, thank you all so much. We hit 20,000 subscribers. If you have a goal, if you have a dream, whatever you are working on, get started today. Bet on yourself, believe in yourself. You can do it, all right? Before you leave, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you are made aware every time I post a new video. Next up is the finale, and baby, I am so excited. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.
Roxy says we're gonna talk about it.